Welcome, everyone. This is Glenda Dawson, and you're watching the program that we do every Sunday night. And we bring messages or we channel messages or places that we go to from the Council of Nine, Council of Light Beings, um, any any light being that wishes to come and help humanity. Now, the reason for this is so that we are open or become open to the ability to remember who we truly are, to our full potential, to bring the true humanity out in any one of us that wishes to participate. This is not just for us, this is for all of you who are here. And as this is a process of a lot of the times coordinates that we are given by those light beings, whether it be Council of Nine, Council of Eight, or Council of Light Beings in general, um, we travel to those places and they allow us to see what we have already seen before. But this way, maybe our memory gets that spark again, and we bring that knowledge back into the forefront. If you ever decide that you wish to do this, you can always contact me at glendasmagicalcreations.com or at Gmail, glendasmagicalcreations@gmail. And I could give you all the details. If you are watching this, please share so others can benefit from this just like you do. If you wish to give me feedback or, just your experiences, I welcome that. We do welcome that. We read it. I do answer each and every email or message that I get. Sometimes, of course, time-wise, it takes me a little while longer than I wish it to be, but it does get responded to, it does get replied to. So for those that are participating with us, these are coordinates or these are places that inspire our ability to remember who we truly are and what our gifts are. What is our purpose? Some of us need to awaken a little more. Some of us need to awaken again. Some of us need to remember who we used to be in previous lifetimes, in previous times, even before we decided to incarnate on the earth. So with that being said, if you wish to participate, please be in a place where you can. And I open now the floor to our members that are here. And just close your eyes. Take nice, slow, deep breaths to bring you to a very calm, meditative state. And if you tell me, oh, I don't know how to meditate, don't worry about it. Just focus on your breathing. Even if you have to breathe in to a count of 4 or 5, holding in to 4 or 5 again, breathing out to a count of 4 or 5, and holding for a count of 4 or 5. Make it into a box. Allow your body to slowly but surely go into a very relaxed state. Keep breathing, allowing your body to focus on the breathing. As light beings are now approaching us, at this moment, we have a couple from the Council of Eight and a few from the Council of Nine, and a lot of other light beings just joining us. Now, again, I open the floor, so if any of our members get coordinates, please share away. You're more than welcome to.
37920. 37920.
Thank you. Now, as we slowly set to get there, slowly rise, slowly float, slowly travel. You make believe you're in an airplane or a car, anything where you used to travel, even a train. And all of a sudden, there's a slow stop. And you get out. Now, each and every one of us is going to experience possibly something different, which is okay. Each one of us has our own experiences, our memories, and our own abilities. Now, for me, it is a big place. I don't see any inhabitants except for us there. But I could be wrong. It could be inhabitants hiding. And it doesn't have to be people or, as people call, galactics or anything like that. It could just be their own species of animals, what we call animals, or just living things. And I see a lot of rock formation, a lot of sand, what I would call sand. But the sand is not the same color as we have here, which is that light beige, off-white, or even white. It's kind of dusty sand that is very dry. And it's kind of grayish, but with some yellowish in between, all mixed in. When you walk on it, it is comfortable. It is not hard to walk on. It's also not cold or hot. It just appears to be the right temperature, at least for me. And even though this place doesn't appear to have the same oxygen per se that we have here on Earth, I'm still able to breathe. I'm still able to survive. I look around and everything is kind of on the dark side. So I would say it would be nighttime. And when you look up, there seems to be the night sky with a lot of beautiful stars around, or even other planets that are just shining away. Go ahead.
I'm getting a huge red flower against the nighttime sky. The color is translucent. It's kind of like a stained glass window would be, but it gives you the color, but you can still see through it.
Mm-hmm.
It's just I can't even the petals are you it just fills up the sky really, or what I anyhow. It's just really very beautiful.
Yes, I was going to say that. It's beautiful description of it. The stained window.
I'm getting seemingly separate images. Um, I see a spiral in the ground, sort of reminiscent of a labyrinth, but it's black and silver. There is a huge bumblebee. I guess huge to compensate for the huge flower. I don't know. And the man in black is there.
You
Not
do like,
making a lot of sense out of it.
Men in black.
Mhm.
Uh-huh. That could be someplace they didn't want us to find. That's okay. We're here now.
The man in black is just kind of laying there, almost like a crime scene tape where the body was. Well, he's there in the tape, right?
Okay.
Like I
Alrighty
said,
then.
not making a lot of sense.
Uh,
But I think the spiral, if I look at it carefully, um, you can walk the surface of it,
mhm,
but you can also walk the spiral, which I find fascinating. I think it's reflective of how we live. Um, we can stay on the surface
mhm,
and achieve a certain awareness,
mhm,
or we can walk ever deeper into who we are. Um, we can take stops along the way, or we can make it a continuous flow of energy.
mhm,
Um, and it's interesting as you walk down the spiral, it becomes more silver
mhm,
than gray or white. Um, and it's really quite a fascinating walk.
mhm. And now, as I'm walking down, I hear noises like if there were beings talking. So I could only assume that the further down I will go, the more I will see other living beings there. Um, which is reminiscent of the more the deeper you go into your healing, the deeper you go into your own being, the more you will learn about yourself, the more you would grow, the more your soul will evolve. So it's kind of like a good comparison. Like you were saying, if you stay on the surface, yeah, you do some healing there, you do some growth there, you do some, if your soul evolves a little bit, but the idea is to go in deeper and deeper and to realize that not everything is as it seems and not everything is just surface.
and it's interesting. You walk down, it slopes down it gradually, and then periodically you come to something that's really steep, and it's like you can you're standing, but you're sliding down instead of walking down. It just kind of takes you to a lower level, and then you walk a bit more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I think the voices that you may hear may be other souls, other entities who have taken the journey at some point in time and are discussing what it's like being where they are presently.
Mhm.
And they're excited to see other people move in the same direction. Gives you definitely a sense of unity. That just because you may be walking by yourself per se,
Mhm.
you're meeting up with other souls along the way.
And a reminder that we're not really alone. We could feel alone, but we're really not alone. And that there's always others going through the same thing you're going through. Um,
And the bee is bringing the challenge, bringing the seed, bringing the fertilization to each of us so that we may make the choice to do that work, to
mhm,
go deeper.
mhm. This is very interesting, that's for sure.
And, and the flower is the seed of wisdom.
Mm. There you go.
Still don't know about the man in black though.
Well, every once in a while we have the man in black. They just appear to, I guess, to keep an eye on us. I don't know. Um, no, as I keep going down because I get to that section, I walk and then I just kind of go for a ride. I'm actually going wee as I'm going down. Don't judge me. Uh,
Down
and
and by that way too.
yeah, I said don't judge. Um, but
It wasn't.
it's bringing up joy and it's raising my vibrations as I'm doing this. So every single level, for lack of wording, that I go down and further down, it's more, I feel more knowledge being um, brought into my forefront, basically. It's like it's stored up back here in my brain, and then it's like I feel like it gets pushed up. Um, and even memories that I have forgotten um, of my experiences from the time I was born till now. Like I all of a sudden it's like they're going in front, like and appearing like a movie in my third eye per se. And it's very interesting because now I can, with the extra knowledge that I am getting, or the memory of the knowledge that I am getting, the awakening of the knowledge, I'm actually being able to heal it to the deep level, whatever experiences I have that are being presented in front of me, into a deeper section. Like even if there was a seed that was still not taken out due to a bad experience or a challenging experience, I feel that that seed is now being taken out and a good seed is being put in and covered. And now I see the bee kind of like making sure it's good and the seed is going to grow instead of the other seed that was more negative. This is more positive seed. allowing me to see the garden that I have planted of healing that I have done. And I'm watching and I'm seeing different beings with their own garden in front of them. And different in different progress, stages of progress. You see some that are the gardener is barren completely, but yet you have one or two over that. You see all these beautiful plants and flowers just blossoming, and shining and glowing and just very majestical, I guess, majestic, and in the way that I'm seeing it. And it's like every level that I am allowed to go in further down, I see more and more gardens, which is, I guess, the way they're trying to just explain it to us so we could understand what's going on. But I don't think it's literally gardens. And the lower you get, the brighter the shine is, the glow is.
Yeah, that's what I was. First, it seemed like candles were lighting the spiral down, and it just kept getting, the light keeps getting brighter and brighter and brighter.
Yeah.
And I think that's reflective of who we are as we shed the bad seeds or shed those things that we don't need. We make more room for light, and the creator takes full advantage of that. And it's just it's bright, it's white, it's red, it's yellow, it's really amazing. And it's not like, you might think with that much light there would be a lot of heat, and it's not. It's not a light that emanates heat per se, so you're comfortable. You're not out of your comfort zone.
I concur. Is each and every one of us is comfortable, even the way we step or what we step on. So
There's no, as you get towards the very end, there's an elevator you can go back up and slide all the way back down.
Dear Lord. It's got something to be said for joy.
Yeah. That just because people are doing work on themselves, and bringing memories to the surface and letting go of things and whatnot, oftentimes we think of it as, yes, solitary work for sure in some cases, but it's also can be done with joy and playfulness, and you can sit in the sandbox and watch the sand and do a meditation, meditation circle in the sand. You can do so many, you can do it in so many different ways that's the fun part, is that nobody has to follow Glenda's path, Jazz's path, Leaf's path, whatever. That however you come to those realizations are all good.
And now we have arrived, or at least I have arrived. I see you two there, but you're still coming. To a level where it's just like a big party, big celebration. It's not the lowest level, by all means, it continues going down, but this is like the level where you kind of take a moment, relax, rest, celebrate all the healing you have done, all the shedding that you have done, and, and rejuvenate by raising your vibrations and celebration. So then you could continue. It basically what they're showing us is that you don't have to just keep going, 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 going. Healing and evolving and your soul evolving and all that, it's a continual thing, but it doesn't have to be all sorrow and crying and emotional. It could be happy times to celebrate all your accomplishments and to celebrate how you have grown since you have started this journey. And basically saying that you don't have to stop there. You could continue, but you can stop there as long as you need to stop. There's no rules for right or wrong. And a lot of us think that we have to go and continuously heal and heal and heal and heal. No, you can work on it, take a little break, because maybe you're emotionally tired or spiritually tired and you need more energy. And it's okay. No one's path is the same, and no one faces the same circumstances or experiences. You may have similar, but it's not the same. And that's why this level was made. So you could even go first two levels and then go straight down, take a break, and then go back up. That's I think one of the reasons the elevator's there. Then you could just go back up and pick up where you left.
It's almost as if it's a home-like atmosphere, that you find your peace. Sometimes when we change, go change and let go of a lot, there's an unsettling, and you need that comfort of home. And all of those beings that are present share that home with you, that peace, that sense of adventure, but one that is you're on the cusp of it, but you're kind of letting all of the energy settle for yourself.
Yes. And now I'm being pulled towards a huge crystal. It's a very, very beautiful, very soft pink rose quartz type of crystal, but very soft. It's not like a woof, there it is, pink. It's a hint of pink, but it's not quite just a regular quartz. There's that hint of pink. Kind of like a letting you know love, but doesn't have to be overbearing. It's just a soft, peaceful sense of love, energetically sending it out to everyone. And that crystal is more like in a diamond shape. And it's just floating in midair. But as you get close, you feel that energy stronger and stronger. Hmm. Just think they're trying to tell you something. It's a female, very tall, bluish tint for skin, and very white hair. Long white hair. Beautiful. Very blue eyes. But she's looking to talk to you. Now, I don't know if it's private or not. So if it is, if you're getting a private message, you could just say it's for me and that's it. But I do see her approaching you and trying to talk to you.
Shalati, Bonila, Gona, Dabitu, Dujamina, Kana, Ash, Nashi, Pashu, Pashu, Peshanama, Donamisa, Gola, Gola, Golamina.
Thank you. For those that did not understand, it's okay. You will feel the energy. It is a peaceful message, a loving, peaceful message. And your higher self will know exactly what it is. Just breathe and let the message come to you. Sorry, I'm getting touched. They're trying to get my attention now. Oh, okay. It is time to start moving. They don't want us in there for too long because this is an individual work and they just wanted us to show it where it is. If you want to travel and you want to start working on your healing, on your experiences, on whatever it is you need to continue working, to continue to expand and grow, you should set the intentions to go to this beautiful, they call it a star place. To make it simple, and you will be able to take your next steps. And if you do not know how or can't, you could always listen to this again. You could always watch this again, and you will be there. Okay, so we're taking the elevator back up. And we just didn't realize how many levels we have traveled down, but seems at least 50. We're soon at the surface. Now, does anybody notice that there's anything different?
See brightness in things that wasn't there.
Mhm.
And the spiral that seems black and white or black and gray, to begin with, now is lit with many colors.
Mhm.
But it's like a mirror in that the colors are there,
Mhm.
but if you are choosing to walk the surface, you will only see the black and gray.
Mhm. It is basically a way of them showing us that the deeper we go, the more we will see, the more wonder in things we will see and notice, and the more wonder we will see even in ourselves. And when I say wonder, is like how a child looks at a flower or looks at a park or looks at nature, looks at a bird, looks at an animal. They look at things in wonder because they see the beauty. They're still able to see the beauty in things that we as adults now hardly notice because of all that chatter that's always there. You also see like the sky has gotten a lot brighter. Yet still dark and far away, still blackish and far away with the stars, but it's just like a new day occurring. But yet there's no reason for that light except for our healing or our energy.
Getting a sense that it's time for us to move someplace else.
Mm-hmm. So I open the floor. Anyone gets coordinates, you may share. Okay, they are giving me coordinates 936-773. 936-773. Which is very interesting. 9 is very high energetic, powerful number when it comes to coordinates of vortex or healing or quantum. And we are now at a place that it's very strong energetic wise. The energy just hit me like poof.
Yeah. There was almost an explosion of light energy. For me, it gives me a sense of a nebula where there's beautiful colors.
Mhm.
And yet there's a solidness somewhere in the middle of that, or in that mass that we are on.
Mhm. Concur.
And there are structures that are predominantly white, uh, and all kinds of angles, kind of, they're not huge structures, at least from what I can see. But they're not small, but um they're not Empire State Building, like huge, big like that.
Mhm.
They're smaller, but uh, I suspect the interiors might be much more spacious than their outside appears that they might be.
Mhm. And I'm seeing a lot of them are, I can't explain it, but it's glass, but you can't really see through it. So it could be some type of crystalline material, I don't know. But they're glass, and yet there are no curtains or anything because you cannot see through it. Um,
Hmm. Like a one-way mirror.
mm-hmm,
You can see out, but not in.
mm-hmm. But yet it isn't a mirror on the outside. That's the interesting thing.
Yet the walls are permeable.
Mm,
Touch, to smell, to sight. Even though they are a structure,
mm-hmm,
definitely you can see the outward structure. You can pass through the walls. There's no need for a door per se.
mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I saw one that had some arches on the exterior, and when I entered, I just saw a vast countryside in front of me.
Hmm.
Lit with golden hues of green and dappled reds, and just like a beautiful fall day, but
Mm.
it goes on and on and on. Seemingly far beyond what structure would seem to indicate is there.
I'm getting that each structure is like a portal, what we call portals, and that when we go through them, we experience whatever place is there. Um, so if you're looking for nature, one day you go into nature. If you're looking for a different universe, you will go through a different building. Each one being separate place that is there to be experienced. And I see now, like halfway up the building, a number, each one of them having a different number to kind of identify it. And it's not like 1, 2, 3, it's like 1 line and 2 lines and 3 lines and that kind of thing, but it's not really numbers that we would use. But it's markings. I should say more like markings. To identify, I guess, each one differently.
See, the markings almost like light language.
Mm-hmm.
And your soul knows which one to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And even within the one that I've entered with the beautiful fall kind of scenery in front of me, I can sense that there's other levels in this
Mm-hmm.
realm.
Realm is a good word for it.
Yeah, it's
Unfortunately, we're very limited with our vocabulary to completely make people aware of what we're experiencing. It's very limited.
Yeah, I think you can jump to a different level.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't see any stairs, I don't see any pathway. But you obviously
Stick your
should
head
be able to get there.
ball, and if you like what you see, you'll let the rest of yourself go there.
There you go.
There you go. Hmm.
Like Alice in Wonderland.
Hmm. Hmm. Makes you wonder, doesn't it?
Waiting for the Mad Hatter.
Uh-huh. And I know I'm in a different place than you are, Jazz. Um, I picked a different structure for all intents purposes. And now I have gone to like level 3, which is in a completely different place altogether. It's more like I'm just in outer space, but I don't see any solid um, mass that I'm standing on or structure that I'm standing on, because all I see is the dark skies with all the stars and the reflecting planets and all that. So I'm just out there, but there's no structure per se.
Well, the building I stuck my head into is like a gas nebula of all different lovely pastelly, some of them bright pastel colors. It's mesmerizing.
Mm-hmm.
I can see where you guys are.
Mm-hmm.
you wouldn't necessarily expect when you are looking at the buildings.
No, it's like, oh, you're literally someplace else,
Mhm.
like you're outside of the thing.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's like, mm,
You can find the way out.
it's just to
Because there's,
remind us, yeah.
yeah, there's no wall or edge or exit light, you know?
No, and yet I just took a step and set the intentions to go down, and
And it did.
it did. But there's no solidness to it, if that makes sense. Not like we're used to here. And yet it is solid. It's hard to explain. Well, one of the things I am getting from uh, that lady, that female that came to you,
Uh-huh.
Jazz, is that it's just a way of reminding us that there's a lot more than what we have been shown and what we see. And there's even different perception of this exact same thing. In this matrix, in this puzzle that we're in this world that we're in, we see a lot of stuff, even though in color, basically black and white. Yes or no. But there's a lot of in between the two extremes. And those are the things that we don't really notice, we don't pay attention, but it is right there in front of us. Mm.
It's like if you need something solid, you manifest it with your desire to have it.
Mm.
And your need is instantly met by having something you perceive as solid being there.
Mm-hmm.
Just before you said that, I was seeing a tree, but not growing up from the bottom, growing from the side.
Mm.
And the roots went out into the galaxies.
Mm.
I was just like, oh, this is really fascinating tree. And the branches aren't so much what caught my attention in leaves, but the roots that go out into the different stars and galaxies. And it's just breathtaking.
Mm. Okay.
Another way of looking at this experience is a collage of our past life experiences.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what we tend to think in the timeline with which we live, and yet that's not necessarily reality
Mm-hmm.
of our lives. And I think that probably best describes to me what we're experiencing collectively.
I agree. Now I am I'm just getting something. And then I believe they're telling us right after this message, we will be starting to head down. So, Maya laki ya ya luaya, Mai Maya, Malalaki Mayu ala, Mai Mala, Yua Lalaiva, Maya, Yi, Ulaya Lavere, Yiga. May your days be blessed and you be open to all that you are to experience. Do not limit yourselves. Do not allow anything to stop what you intended to come here for. Your path is greater than what you give it value. Proceed forward. Expand your horizon. Expand your being and find those memories of who and what you truly are as beings of light. Shine, shine, shine. Maruri, maruli, maruli. And with that, slowly I start going down to our zero. As you take deep breaths, slow deep breaths, allow your essence to come back into your present vessel, this human body that you have right now. Continue going down. 5, 4, taking that deep breath nice and slow. 3, 2, remember all that you experienced. 1 and 0. Take a deep breath to just let everything sink in. I want to thank the members that were here today. Thank you for the collective journey that we took. It was beauty upon beauty upon beauty. Thank you to everyone that joined us today. And please remember to like, share, subscribe so that others can continue to benefit just like you are. Many blessings. Have a great week, and we love you. Thank you, everyone.